Hey guys, this is Marina, and you're watching the weekly forecast for the week between the 12th and the 18th of June. And we have a few exact aspects. Some of them challenging, some of them very positive, and they're going to influence us all during the whole week. Let's start with the aspects of the Sun. So the Sun will make opposition with Saturn. As you can see here, this is on Monday, so here you can see the exact date on the 12th, Monday. The orbis is 3 degrees, and the aspect is exact on Thursday. So on Thursday, the influence of this aspect is going to be really, really strong. And this is a challenging aspect because Saturn is a planet that usually is related with some kind of challenges, some kind of difficulties, some obstacles that we need to overcome. Usually we need to put some extra effort. We need to be really patient, really consistent. And sometimes, actually very often, when it is also related with a challenging aspect, like in this case, the opposition, it's even harder because we may feel like somebody from the outside is pushing us. Somebody from the outside is too demanding or requires some extra effort. And the reason is because of the aspect, because of the opposition. The opposition is usually an aspect that includes another person, interaction with another person. And this challenging opposition can suggest that, for example, somebody else can require some extra efforts from us, or can, suppress us, or may not allow us to reveal our full potential. And, we may feel like we don't have the opportunity to reveal our abilities, to reveal our potential. What this aspect requires from us is to be really consistent. So if you need to be disciplined, if you need to be really organized, then this aspect actually can be supportive. But keep in mind that it's not easy. However, if you put these extra efforts, if you're really persistent, if you are patient, then Saturn will reward you, but usually it's a little bit in the future. So we need to wait until we are rewarded for that. But if you want to put some, the foundations of something, if you want something that requires a lot of efforts, and that's how it is, it's not something that depends on you, then this opposition actually can help you. It just represents the real situation, and it helps you to be more patient and ready to put these extra efforts. The other aspect that we have is the square between Mercury and Neptune. Again, we can feel the aspect during the whole week, but it will be exact on the 13th. So this is on Tuesday. And this is a time when we should be careful with all kind of information. Mercury in Gemini is related with information, with some kind of details, with knowledge, communication. And when Neptune makes this challenging aspect, it can bring some confusions, some mistakes, or even possible lies or cheats. So be careful. Don't trust people so easily. Check all kind of information, or if you need to sign up something, just there might be some mistakes, or you might haven't been able to understand everything, and later on you can be negatively surprised from that. The other aspect that we have of Mercury is the trine with Jupiter, and this is a very, very positive aspect. It can harmonize this challenging aspect because it forms a synthetic triangle. So we have Mercury squaring Neptune, Neptune making quincunx with Jupiter, and Jupiter making trine with Mercury. And this is a very positive configuration, because you know every configuration, which means aspects which are closed, it allows us to achieve some kind of result. So even if it's a tau square, even if it includes some challenging aspect, the final result can be very positive. And when we have Jupiter also included here, Jupiter trining Mercury, it suggests that this is a great time to plan things. You know, all kind of things related with education, with information, they can be extremely successful. Things related with writing, with communicating, also can be very successful. And in this situation, when we have this synthetic triangle, Neptune actually can help us to use our imagination. So if you're able to use it in a positive way, your imaginations, your creativity actually can help you to be successful. But actually, yeah, all kind of activities related with communications, with traveling, or with education can be very supportive during the whole week, especially on Tuesday when the aspect is exact. Okay, so the other aspect that we have is the sextile between the Sun and Uranus, which is exact on Sunday. So on Sunday the Sun is in exact sextile with Uranus. However, we are going to feel that a few days before Sunday, and this is a very supportive aspect. Uranus is the planet of adventures, the planet of new things, of freedom, of excitement. So when the Sun makes a positive aspect with Uranus, we can feel like, well, yeah, you know, Saturn restricts us in some way, but we are able to find our own freedom in that, you know, to find a way, you know, to enjoy life. So actually here we also have another synthetic triangle, and Uranus is in the apex. So try to be a little bit more different than others. Try to take some risks, you know, to do something more exciting. And yeah, for people who would like to do something different from others, to invent something, you know, to change something, this aspect is extremely supportive. Okay, and we have also sextile between Venus and Mars. The aspect is no longer exact, but at least during the beginning of the week we can feel that. And it's a very supportive aspect for, you know, these are the planets of love, Mars and Venus, the planets that represent women and men. So when we have this positive aspect, it's a more positive time for, you know, relationships, for communication between partners, for expressing your feelings, your desires. So that's a very positive aspect. And even if it's not related with your relationships, it can be something that you do, and you know, you want something, you have some kind of desire, which is Venus represents our desires, and Mars making supportive aspect with Venus can help you actually to take these concrete actions that can satisfy your desire, that can help you to achieve what you really want. So not only for relationships, but for all things that you would love to do, you would like to do, this aspect can be really, really supportive. So I think that these were the major aspects during the week. Now just to say a few words about the position of the moon. And on Monday, the moon is in Capricorn, actually until around 8 p.m. I think 8 p.m. in the evening, the moon is in Capricorn, yeah. So this is a great time to do something practical, to focus on some kind of obligation, some things that you need to take care of, your work, career, communication with authority figures. All these activities can be supported. And then the moon will enter Aquarius, so it's in the evening on Monday. Of course, on Tuesday and Wednesday, the transit moon is in Aquarius, which is a very, very positive position. We can feel, you know, like we are freed from something, we have more freedom. You know, things are lighter when we have the moon in Aquarius. And actually here, so this is on Wednesday, we see that the Sun and Saturn are in a very exact opposition, but the position of the moon in Aquarius can help this, you know, it can decrease the challenging influence of the other aspect. So things should be lighter, you know, even if there's some kind of restriction, some kind of extra work, some kind of, you know, extra effort. However, we may not accept it as such a big deal, as such a problem. And for some kind of, you know, social activities with other people, with your friends, the transit moon in Aquarius is really supportive. And then on Thursday and Friday, we have the moon in Pisces. And the moon in Pisces, this is a time when usually we are not so focused on the outer world. We are influenced by our emotions. We can feel more sensitive. We can feel a little bit more vulnerable. And this is a time to pay attention on your intuition, on your inner needs, inner world, not to be so focused on, you know, outer achievements or some kind of obligations or some kind of hard work. Usually it's not working very well when the moon is in Pisces. So, you know, just if you're able to take a rest, this is one of the best things that you can do. Otherwise, try to use your intuition, try to use your inspiration, and to be more creative about the things that you really need to do. And we have Saturday and Sunday with the moon in Aries. And the moon in Aries is very positive position, I believe, because it brings more dynamics. So during the past 2-3 days, we were on a little bit, you know, a foggy situation, when we are a little bit more inert, not so active. And then when the moon enters Aries on Saturday and Sunday, we can be recharged again. So again, there can be more dynamic. We can start different things. For example, for some kind of sport activities, or things that really motivates you and you need to put some kind of physical real work or efforts. This is a really great position of the moon. So thank you very much for watching this video. And I just want to remind you that if you are a member of Mars Stars, you receive these videos before others directly on your email. If you are still not a member, I will put a link and you can join the club for free, as you wish. And if you have some kind of comment or questions, please leave them below and I will be happy to answer them. Thank you very much and see you soon.